what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for another Group 3 race on Gran Turismo Sport. It's day 4 on circuit the Spa-Francochamps, so hope everybody definitely might be able to race the train. So this is going to get everything we'll be able to get ready. So this one might be able to have a different Group 3 car for getting started for today. So gonna get ready to use the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3 2016 with a Total Drama Wheel Tour Livery Team Victory on it. So this wheel might be able to have the balance of performance wheel get set up to begin. So let's go and get started. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. So let's go and get ready to race, and let's get started. Now everything will be able to get ready to set up for another race, so hope this one might be able to have changes around in Spa-Francochamps. So this one might be able to have one moment to be able to have a good clean race. We'll also might need to have barriers all around in the chicane, and the hill high-speed turn might need to be very important in case. So looks like Felipe Digital just putting up some good barriers, so looks like we can probably able to have a good time for having a good clean race we might be able to get prepared for. So looks like everything definitely might be quite pretty discovered since the cheaters just definitely did something, well, not okay to be able to have a good lap. So taking a quick shortcut definitely might be not okay during this time of the race. So let's just gonna go and get prepared. So this one might be able to have that warm-up to begin. So this is gonna might need to be able to have a team victory to be able to test out the race on Spa-Francochamps. So this is gonna get everything what we need to do to take a lot of practice. So this is gonna get everything to be toughened up on the handling. It's gonna get very challenging for us. So gonna make sure to be very careful, if possible, to be able to avoid cutting up the track by ignoring the track limit. So this one might need to be able to take plenty of turns. It's gonna get everything going in. So, gonna make sure that this is gonna get everything to be well careful. So, be on the lookout on any drivers who has trouble with handling. So, this is gonna get everything has to be prepared to get started out for. So, let's go and get ready to take 8 laps around Spa-Francochamps. So, we still got a long way to go to be able to keep training. We're always gonna be able to do perfectly for the best. Now, this one might be able to have that headlight to be flashed in onto the signal, so this is going to be able to be good to be ready. So this one might be able to have 7th place at the start. So good thing that this is going to be able to have a few changes around the track, so along with the rain glitch as well. So everything is all fixed thanks to Felipe Digital for having a small update. We might be able to have some few changes. So this one might be able to make a perfect race with a good additional barriers to be placed around on the track. So let's just gonna go and get started. So this one might be able to have that chicane. We're also gonna get prepared. So gonna make sure to do it right, folks. So this one might be able to have a respectful moment. We might need to be able to do perfectly. We'll also to get started. Now this is going to be able to take that turn. It's going to get everything going in. So now this is going to get everything has to be able to take that slipstream wheel also to go in. So second one is going to be very tough. So going to make sure to keep it well managed on the throttle. So it's going to get very loosened up, but it is going to be quite loosened up. That will might cost that penalty is going to get everything to be well occurred for. So that will might cost the sportsmanship rating. So going to keep it careful. So that was definitely might be pretty difficult on any Group 3 car. So gonna need to take a lot of time of training. So this is gonna get everything what we need to do, folks. So gonna be very careful, be very respectful, and make sure watch out for any drivers when they're trying to perform a good corner on the track. It is gonna be very tougher for us. So we might need to do a lot of practice out there. So we gotta make sure that this is gonna get everything what we need to do, because it is going to be a very tough struggle out there. So every race is going to be very difficult. So going to make sure that this will might need to take a lot of good practice. So this is going to might need to take plenty of handlings to be able to take that responsibility. Is going to get everything going in. So good thing that it also solves the problem. So gonna make sure that this is gonna get everything what we need to do to be very careful. So this is gonna be able to take plenty of time to be able to avoid it. So better make sure don't want to have the racing drama to be able to come to happen. So this one might be able to take plenty of pressure. Is going to get everything what we need to do. So going to make sure that each Group 3 race car could probably able to have the speed and handling by the different performance. So this is definitely might be needs to be able to make sure. So going to make everything what we could to be able to have one good integrity position. Is going to get everything will going in on the maintain. It's going to be very tougher for us to be able to understand. So it happens all the time. So this wheel might be able to have that tough collision. It's going to get very difficult for us to be able to make sure. So it has to be able to take more time of training. So this wheel might be needs to be able to have a lot of work. It's going to get everything going in. So this is going to be able to take the second lap wheel also to go in on the conclusion. So, but it is definitely, it might be pretty tough to be able to be very careful while other racers are in the way. So this is going to get everything to be well closer up, and then this is going to be able to push the limits. It's going to be quite very tougher. We'll also do avoid it. So this has to be able to putting in onto the hazard lights. We might be able to slow down. So this is going to get everything has to be keep it up, and then this one might turn off. Well, it is pretty difficult out there, folks, so gonna make sure to be very careful. So it is gonna be very tougher since Spa-Francochamps was putting up some barriers. So this is gonna be able to take a better ways to be able to have what it takes to be able to have a good clean race. So good thing that this is going to be able to have a no cheating zone during this time in the race. So hope everybody did. So well, sometimes cheaters doesn't understand about the clean turns. It is going to be quite doesn't count for having a faster lap time. So it will always going to make sure to be able to have a respectful way to be able to be kindly to the racetrack. So it will might be able to help us because the racetrack is your friend. We should learn it. So this one might be able to help out to be able to have a lot of basic corners to be able to understand, because it's going to get very tougher for us for any Group 3 car. Is going to get everything what we need to do is importantly, we're always going to be able to keep going faster. We'll might be able to test our skills to the higher limits. So it will might be needs to be able to make it a good clean hot lap by the legal moment. So this will have to be able to do perfect. We're always going to need to stay on the tarmac because it's going to get everything to be real basic work. Will might be able to make it to an advanced as a professional racer. So it will might be needs to be able to go in. Now this is going to be able to keep pushing forward. So it looks like getting a little bit pulled behind. So this is going to might need to have 2 minutes and 29 seconds at the time on the clock. It's going to get everything going in onto the higher skill. But it will might be able to take plenty of warm-up. So every time in the race, whenever it gets a lot of mistakes, so don't get yourself stressed out while racing on Spa-Francochamps. Is going to get very challenging and important. So it will always going to make sure to be very respectful to other racers whenever there's any handling problems going on. So gonna make sure to watch the acceleration while the opponent is coming by. So it only happens for the best. So just gonna make sure to be able to keep it careful because it may be having prevent of the distraction. Is gonna be quite having a difficult time to understand. Now looks like up to two hours definitely might be able to keep trying. Will might be able to keep going. So this is going to be quite very difficult ways to see how this is going to be able to take some time, and always going to make sure to keep up on the maintain. It will always going to be able to take a lot of training out there. So going to make sure try not to get collided to each other to avoid the penalty. So this is going to be able to take plenty of hard work that if you guys really want to be able to keep on racing on Spa-Francochamps is going to get everything to be well challenging up to be able to do it. So this will might be able to do a lot of training, so this is going to get everything what we have to keep up. Will might be able to stay going faster. It will might prove yourself if you really want to race on the Belgian racetrack. Take the challenge. It's going to get everything what we need to do is importantly. So this is going to get everything to be well distracted, so I gotta be able to keep trying. We're always going to keep up for a good race, so faster drivers always might come happen while having a commentary for this race. So, well, it is definitely might be getting a little bit difficult out there, so gonna make sure to be able to be very respectful while every other racer who is definitely might be able to do a YouTube video. So that's how every video could probably be able to let you guys know to be able to have good viewers. So this will might be needs to be able to have a YouTuber to be very respectful during this time of the race. Now going in onto the fourth lap, this is going to get everything needs to catch up to the other three. Is definitely might be quite very going tougher. Is going to get very difficult out there. So gonna make sure to keep going faster, so watch out for any obstacles. It's gonna get very risky to make. Okay, that was very close, so this is definitely almost getting a little bit more time on the moment. It's gonna get very roughly, so it is definitely might be happening to master the second turn of the upper hill track. Is gonna get very risky to make. But it will might be need to be able to turn out that this is going to need to be able to have a lot of few efforts out there. So going to make sure to be able to keep trying. Will might be able to catch up onto the top position. It's always difficult sometimes, so going to make sure that this is going to need to be able to have that fuel map in case Will might be able to keep it well managed. We're always going to be able to stay on top to be able to maintain. So it looks like fuel is at 50%, so this is going to get everything needs to be very closer up to get. Hope Team Victory Library will never want to get in on Team Defeat. It's going to get everything, has to be able to keep up. We're always going to be able to stay clean on the track. It's always going to be very tougher. Will might be able to make it stand still. Will might be able to have a good position. It has to be able to maintain the pace. Okay, DKP-7's in the pits. This is going to be able to going in to be able to keep going faster. So, going to make sure to save that fuel. Is going to get everything to be well maintained. Is going to be able to take a good balance on the position. We might be able to go there. Okay, take that good chicane. So be remembered, folks, taking the chicane at the last corner is very important. So trying to make sure to do the best you can, because it's going to be quite very basic work. It's going to get everything what you need to be prepared for the circuit experience. So this will might be able to help. So gonna make sure that things will always gonna be able to have changes around. So better make sure don't try to cheat. Trying to make sure to make a good clean lap legal. Will might be able to make a good count. Will also to go in. That's gonna be the important opportunity while racing on Spa-Francochamps. It will might be able to help. So we will always going to be able to keep learning. We might be able to go faster. We'll also to take the higher skills to the limit. Now this is going to get everything to be well managing up on the throttle, so going to keep up the pace. So this is going to get everything Will might be able to do for a little check on any other turns. So every driver has a few weak spots around any corner. So going to make sure to keep it well careful. So try not to get loosened up on the acceleration to go aggressive. So this will might be need to be able to keep it well managed. Will might be able to endure. So this is going to be able to take plenty of faster work for every Group 3 car. It's going to get very tougher for us. So going to make sure to be able to keep up for a lot of good speed out there. So this is definitely might be need to do, and importantly, we'll also be getting in for having a lot of situations during this time of the track. Is going to get everything to be keeping up on the throttle. Will might be able to endure for having a lot of maintain. Will also to do acceleration. So it happens all the time by having mistakes. So gonna make sure to be very careful. So this is definitely might need to be able to take that skill wheel going in onto the limit, because it is pretty hard for us to be able to make sure that better have a good perfect opportunity to be able to have that turn. So it always very excited for them to be able to have a good race, to be able to test the high speed limits. We'll might be able to have some turns. So just gonna make sure that this is gonna be able to take a lot of practice. We might be able to do perfectly. Sixth lap is going to be able to going in, so fuel is at 25% remaining, so this is going to get everything will go in. So gonna make sure to be able to keep up the throttle, so it's definitely might be able to cause the sportsmanship rating decrease. Gonna make sure to be able to keep up. Will might need a good sportsmanship. Will going in onto the higher advantage. It's going to get everything going on the upper hand. It will might work, so gonna have to keep practicing. Will might be able to do perfectly. Okay, two of them are slowing down by the penalty line, so gonna make sure that this is gonna get everything will go in. Keeping up the throttle and maintain the pace. Okay, JC is now definitely might be coming by, so three are definitely might be able to keep it together for one separate maintained pace opportunity. So gonna make sure to be able to keep a good eyes out. Don't want to make rear contact that might be loosening up on the grip. Alright, so this one might be able to have the sixth lap. We'll be able to have a marked pit stop check to be able to go in. So this one might be able to help out. We'll might need to take plenty of fuel. Will might be able to take some time. So hope this is going to be able to take a lot of possibilities for every Group 3 car. Will always going to be able to go right in, but it will always going to be able to have a tough moment out there. So going to be able to keep up the pace. Okay, keeping up, and then it's going to get very risky on the struggle. It's going to get everything going in. Well, gonna make sure, folks, so looks like this is gonna be able to take a challenging braking strategy, because every other racer knows about incoming behind approach is gonna be quite very risky. So gonna make sure to be able to do for a perfect segment moment. So it is gonna be quite pretty difficult if I could probably able to keep up for the win. So nothing else happens, so this is gonna get very tougher. Will might be able to go in. Oh man. I can't believe it, I was so close, I just got hit. That was so close, so this one might cue for the pit stop cutscene to be able to come in. Alright, setting up the tires, and now this is going to be able to have refuel will be needed to take, so this one might be able to stop her now, so hope this one might be able to good to go. Now, let's just going to be able to change up into 2, so looks like currently in onto 11th place, so this will might be able to move in onto 12th place. Gonna catch up, because this is going to be able to have a tough challenge moment for Team Victory. Racing on Spa-Francochamps is going to be very difficult. Will might be able to take the top position, is going to get everything going in whenever it might be able to have a random chance to do it. So any position matters, so it will always going to be able to have a race. Will also to take any position will have a good sportsmanship rating. Will might need to go in. Okay, looks like Mad Silent R3D1 just got a 0.5 second penalty, so just going to be very careful not to take too much aggressive on the ignoring track limits. Well, it is going to be able to take plenty of effort, so hope everybody is definitely might be still trying to keep up. because it's going to get very risky out there to be able to make sure, because taking a lot of speed will might need to take a lot of patience out there. So this one might be able to have something for the next day. Will also to be able to learn to take. Okay, that should probably be able to take a few turns. It's going to get everything to be well prepared for. So this is going to be able to maintain the pace. Will might be able to keep butt up, and then this is going to be able to take some time to be able to do a lot of slipstream. It is going to be very challenging for all of us if we have to make sure to be able to have a very respectful racing moment out there. So this is going to be able to take a lot of pretty challenging. It is going to get everything, has to stay strong. Will might need to keep up the pace. Okay, keep it nice and tight. So it looks like we're almost there. So this is going to be able to have the final lap of the race, folks. So hope this will might be needs to keep up for the training. So this is going to be able to take a lot of the speed out there. So things are getting different. So gonna make sure to be able to be very careful while we're about to be able to take some time. We're gonna need to take a lot of focus. Okay, looks like this is gonna get very roughly on it. Gonna make sure, don't want to get that penalty to be received for ignoring the track limit. So hope they did. So this is definitely might be pretty hard to get to be able to keep holding on. Oh man, by the second dot I was about to get slammed into. So this is gonna might need to be able to be very careful while taking the risk to be able to avoid it. Come on, just gonna be able to keep up. So this is gonna be able to take a long way distance. It's gonna get everything going in. Okay, watch yourself, you two. Don't want to get slammed into each other. So that will might cause it to decrease sportsmanship. Oh man, that was so close. Don't want to get loosened up. Oh man, I can't believe it. That was so close. So gonna make sure that gonna make a good clean turn is gonna be very important. So don't want to get loosened up on it. So hope this is definitely might be taking a lot of too much expression out there to be able to take plenty of more concentration. So gonna make sure to keep your cool together. So get your cool together. Will might need, importantly, will might need to take some practice. Is gonna get everything what we need to do for an important racing training sensation. Is going to get everything going in. Now this is going to be quite very tougher, so this one might be able to make our way onto the final stretch at the chicane. So this is going to get everything to be well careful made to do it. Okay, here it goes. This is going to be it. Alright, that should probably be able to do it. So looks like that was definitely might be it. So it is pretty tough by having barriers on. So this one might be able to have a 12th place finish. So looks like this is definitely might be needs to do a lot of work. So hope everything is doing fine. So, but it will always gonna need to take a lot of work. Will might need to take a perfect clean race, just like the top 4 drivers did. They did pretty well. So. Well, at least that this is going to get everything needs to be able to keep going faster. Will might need to have a perfect Group 3 race car whenever they like to choose. So it is going to be able to take a lot of tough challenge. Will might need to be able to have a lot of few racing strategies out there during 8 laps of the race. It's going to might need to take plenty of important time. So gonna make sure we're always going to keep trying. So that will might have a recent outcome that might be able to turns out. So getting on the red decreased sportsmanship rating. So it is quite pretty tough out there for us. So that might be able to have a lot of work out there. So this one might be able to have what it takes to do. So we got a long way to go. That's part of training. Alright, so gonna make sure to keep training, folks. This will needs to be able to keep up until at the end of this week's daily race. So this is gonna might need to take a lot of more training out there. So gonna make sure to keep up. So better make sure to be able to have a good clean practice out there. So sometimes better have to avoid making mistakes. It is gonna be quite very risky for us. So gonna make sure to keep our driving ratings together. We might need to be able to keep it up. We might need to get. By every race, we'll also might need to have few changes for the update. So looks like this will might be able to have a good clean race to be able to have barriers on. So this will might be able to have ourselves to be able to make a perfect clean Group 3 race. So gonna make sure that we will always gonna keep trying. We'll always to be able to race the train. This is our only ways to be able to take a very respectable moments on any other tracks with corners. So this will might be able to take some time to be able to do some more practice. So we will always going to be able to keep up. We'll always keep trying. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be see you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.